Hey team, Green Estate Eco Bounty News episode 24. Thanks for joining us, and if you're watching us, just maybe you can give us a thumbs up to help us with our algorithms and help spread the word. Yes, and what's happening this week? We don't have a set menu this week for content. We just thought we'd go a bit organic. Yes, the new economy is being spurred on. I'm feeling very enthusiastic. Speaking to a lot of young people, a lot of young students, a lot of lecturers, and the like from universities in Sydney, NSW and Sydney Uni, to be specific. Yes, the new economy being spurred on around the world. What are some of the things on the radar this week? Well, it looks like the data's in. Sanctions against Russia have completely backfired. They're selling more oil and gas. They're looking at the BRICS economy, the new economy. Oh well, it's not all the new economy, but parts of it, elements of it, which are working in harmony with what our new economy, what we'd like it to be: a clean, fair, sustainable economy. Very positive results. We got enough of critical mass. A lot of the narrative coming from massively populated countries like Brazil, China, India, more so China and India, and Russia actually. Ooh. Talking about a way to a fairer system, a fairer monetary system. Moving away from a monopoly of wealth stakeholders. And Australia, well, what are you going to do, Australia? You're trying to play this balancing act now. It's going to be very difficult for Australia to continue this balancing act between the BRICS economy and the traditional Anglo-Americana economy. It's going to be very difficult for you. Look, we've got a massive country. We can make it very simple, make it very easy for our politicians. Just take a stand. Take a stand. We've got a massive country here. We've got to start with this new economy, this sustainable, fair economy. Look, because as I've said before, I know I sound like a broken record, but the old economy is about preserving wealth in networks of generally boomers in the West who have masses of wealth that they couldn't even use in like several lifetimes. We've got to break that up. We've got to break up. We've got to get some opportunities for our young people. We need a clean, fair economy. Okay, now with regards to the new economy, the transport networks. I'm here in Sydney. The public transport. Okay, apart from the trains. Okay, but the bus network, no offense to my bus driver friends, but it's a nightmare. The bus network here is a nightmare. It's like a dinosaur. It's like a feeding frenzy of the dinosaurs come out to eat, in the morning, these gigantic buses that can't fit down the roads, and then they all disappear through the day, and then they come back out at between 4 p.m. around peak hour, for another feeding frenzy. There's buses everywhere that can't fit down the roads. They're part of the congestion network. Got to get away from these big dinosaur brontosaurus buses. Okay, it's just not part of the new model. Sorry, not part of the new economy. Sorry. We need some more live GPS streaming on where the people are, where they want to go. There's got to be more integration of the communication network in with the transport network, to cut down the travelling times for everyone. That could be part of the new economy model. Okay, on the positive side here in Australia, I got to say, the freedom fighters, I have to say that you have forged a new way of thinking which can be utilized in the new economy, because you haven't bowed down to this old monetary boomer, like control networks, which basically are spurred on by our corrupted corporate establishment media. You know, they're part of the network which has stopped the investment in the renewables, in the spurring on of the integrated communication network, which is needed to provide opportunities, to lay down the foundation of the new opportunities for young people. We really need to open up this country, this massive country. And people with small visions, politicians with small minds, small visions, have no place, no business in a country of this size. You have no place dictating affairs in a country this big. Small-minded politicians who want to help their mining and gas buddies, who want to, help their banker buddies and don't upset the status quo. You have no business in a country of this size. Okay. We're going to tell you nicely, but you're not part of the new economy, guys. Come on, jump on board. We need our young people to have opportunities so they can, feel like they have a place in the country. Because at the present, I'm talking to lots, dozens and dozens. They don't feel like they have a place. You're not providing any inspiration, any hope to them. You're not part of the model. Sorry. So this is what's needed. This is the narrative that's needed in the media side of things. You really need to start, you really need to sort of jump on the bus here, because you're missing the boat. You're completely missing the boat. Okay. Like I said, the old wealthy boomer networks, what are you investing in? These sorts of investments, the stock market, they're crashing. It doesn't look like there's much of a future there, guys. You've done a nightmare job on managing the investments, and with all these speculations. Where's the investment in infrastructure? Where's the investment in transport networks? Yes, there's going to be some in Sydney, but come on, like a big country like this, we need a big vision. We need a big, bold vision. We can't make do with these wealthy boomer networks that are just investing in the same things, looking after their little dynasties. Okay, it's not part of the new economy, and it's certainly not part of the BRICS narrative. Okay, they want to spur on some new opportunities. They want to get their people out of poverty. Okay, we want a sustainable model. Come on, let's move. Now, I know that within the freedom fighters who I have supported, if you go back and look at my archive through my network, I have supported the freedom fighters in different areas. You're still on this idea that climate change is some kind of WEF conspiracy. Possibly there is. I'm not going to argue. Maybe there is some part of element there which is trying to control the future planning endeavors, tied in with this globalist mentality of old thinking. I'm not going to argue with you there. There possibly is a way to control populations, I'm not denying that. But my climate information, which I'm no climate scientist, but I have been reading and studying and observing the lectures of universities all over the world, who are not who are using their own data, their own specific data. Okay, are you telling me that all these individual universities are conspiring together to form this climate conspiracy? Okay, we got the fossil fuel companies themselves, their own scientists are admitting to the science. They were the first ones. Their scientists were the first ones to understand the climate catastrophe. So like, you've got to really start opening up your mind there. But I do appreciate your freedom fighting, don't get me wrong. Now, we could talk for a long time, but we're going to keep this video under 10 minutes, episode 24. Bounty news, the news with a tinge of mutiny, and we'll just leave it in that. And yeah, thanks for watching.